a bit wobbly. So that was our breakfast stop, folks, and it's 10 to 5 in the evening. So we are on Goldwing tour, bike tour of Scotland, and the more observant amongst you will notice that we're not on a Goldwing.
We're not.
We're not, are we, Johnny?
We're not on a Goldwing.
John is still riding, he's still
Yeah.
driving.
We plan to come away on the Goldwing, another couple of nights in Scotland. The best laid plans.
Don't go to plan, basically. So we did set out on the Goldwing, and it was 8 o'clock this morning, and it was fresh. Trying to get away on the bike one more time for a proper break, really, before winter comes. Sun's out now. Can't see Jonathan in the sunshine. And yeah, the sun's out, so disappointed not to be on the bike. So shall we go back and show them a bit of the video?
Yeah, I think so. Let's show them what happened.
Okay.
The day started well, but after an hour or so of riding, we hit some traffic on the A1, and we wondered to ourselves if this was going to delay us getting to our planned breakfast stop. Then things took a turn for the worse, which meant we wouldn't reach our breakfast stop until about 5 in the afternoon. I hadn't noticed anything untoward with the riding, but a van driver beside us pointed to the rear of the bike and suggested that our rear tyre was low. So we pulled over onto the hard shoulder to check things out. Having dismounted the bike promptly fell over. Still, no harm done. We picked it back up and got it onto the centre stand. Okay. Then realised it was probably the camber on the hard shoulder and the fact that the rear of the bike was sitting lower than it should do because there was less air in the tyre than there should be. So now it's time to assess what the problem is. And you can see here that our puncture repair outfit is going to be no good for this one. It was extremely noisy next to the carriageway, and we had pretty poor phone signal too, so I had to go scrambling through the undergrowth to get to a point where I could firstly get some kind of decent signal and secondly hear what was going on. Our current breakdown service is Green Flag, and I have to say we were rather disappointed with the service we received from them. First of all, they wanted to send us to a car tyre centre, and I had to tell them that they're not going to help with the motorbike. Then they told us to find somewhere that would change the tyre and call Green Flag back when we found somewhere so they could send someone out to recover us there. We weren't happy with doing that, so we asked them to come and recover us home instead. And while we were waiting for the recovery truck, I did phone around a number of places to see if anyone had a tyre in stock, but there was no one nearby that did. So reluctantly, we resigned ourselves to heading home.
It's a lovely day to sunbathe by the motorway, and we are feeling dejected, disappointed, dismayed. Anything else?
All of the D's.
All of the D's. But that's motoring and that's motorbiking. What do we say? Well, our plan now, if we can, is to get recovered home, which is a couple of hours away. Well, an hour, yeah, a couple of hours maybe. And then we're just going to transfer all our gear into the car, and we won't be bikers for this week. We will be motorists, but that's what we've got 2 vehicles for. So we're going to forge ahead with our holiday on 4 wheels.
When the recovery truck arrived, even one of the drivers tried to help by using his local knowledge to try and find a repair centre, but he had no luck either.
Well,
You enjoying your motorbike tour to
oh,
Scotland?
it's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's very easy. Oh, nice and relaxing, this bike riding, isn't it?
Oh, we're gutted, I think.
Yeah.
Understatement. Just seem to be jinxed, don't we? So plan is we go back home and worry about fixing it later. There is somewhere near us that would fix it, but they can't fit the bike
In their workshop
their
at the moment.
workshop,
They've got
can
another
you?
Goldwing in there at the moment and a quad, and they've got so much work on this. He said, the bloke said literally we've got nowhere to put any more bikes. So sorry, we can't help you.
Can't believe it. So we're going to take it home and then see if we can get the wheel off, and then they're going to order a tyre. And
Well, first things first, we're going to go home. We're going to chuck all our gear in a car, and we're going to go
on 4 wheels.
on 4 wheels.
And I'm going to leg it to Scotland.
We're going to have a holiday. I'm not going to think about the bike or tyres or anything like that until we get home.
That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have
So
a holiday. We
that's what
booked
we're
it
gonna
all
do.
and we planned it all. As usual, loads and loads of planning. So we are going to go and do it anyway, but on 4 wheels. And touch wood. 4 wheels are okay.
What's mileage?
21,432. We know that little patch of road quite well now, don't we?
We do. We've been sitting on it for 2 hours today.
Yeah, we have.
Well, we got further than we got this morning. So.
We have, yeah. 4 tyres intact.
So after a really disappointing start to our holiday, we did get to Scotland by about 8 o'clock that evening, and we did have a really lovely few days on the edge of Loch Lomond here, and we did all the things that we were going to do on the bike. We just did it in the car instead. So when we got back home, we set our minds to getting the bike fixed again. So we made the decision to call in a mobile tyre fitter. We just didn't have the equipment or the knowledge really, and we just wanted to get the bike back on the road. So it took a couple of hours to actually get this job done, and it took all 3 of us as well. It was quite hard to get the wheel out and to get the wheel back in again, but it was all balanced and torqued up properly, and in a couple of hours it was ready to go back onto the road.
This size tyre isn't held in stock by many places, but this chap managed to get hold of one in very short order, and he supplied it and fitted it for a total of £280, which we thought was good value, and it saved us a lot of hassle too. Well, we've got the new tyre on, and we're itching to get out for a ride, seeing as our last journey was curtailed by a few hundred miles. So we're ready to get a few miles on the tyre and to start to bed it in a bit. So we're just going to go out for a short local ride. We ready to go, Siri? Yeah. Let's go. I have to start roughing up warm on the bike now, which is fine, I suppose.
So we really wanted to end this unexpected, unwanted adventure on a positive note, with the bike back on the road, ready for another trip somewhere. So we're just heading to somewhere local, somewhere that I really like, and it's a place called Newstead Abbey, and it's the ancestral home of Lord Byron. So he's a famous poet, if you've not heard of Lord Byron, and it's a really beautiful old house, and the gardens are really lovely as well, and it's a beautiful autumn day to be just testing the bike out, just make sure it's all working as it should be and it's all ready for the next time. So we're going to go there, and beautiful drive down to the house, and then we're going to park the bike up, and we're going to go to the cafe and have a nice coffee and a hot chocolate. Of course, we can't have a trip out on the bike without having a hot chocolate, and a little walk around the gardens, and then back on the bike to put it away to bed, and call an end to the whole thing, because we were really disappointed when this happened, as you could probably tell. So just want to finish on this positive note and move on to another adventure. Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. This is Jonathan and Sarah signing off. Looking forward to a bit more of a positive trip next time. We'll see you then.